Victorian London, the time of Charles Dickens. Our friend Marley has died, and we are the Christmas ghosts set to change the ways
No, I don't want to be a ghost.
I don't like this. Why
Why
are you
of
making it so
Ebenezer Scrooge.
No, I don't
I
want
am the ghost of Christmas past. Ray, being tall and in a black coat, is the ghost of Christmas future. And Chuck, dressed like this, is the ghost of Christmas bisexuality.
No, you got me. You got me already.
See, at first I was like, "This is a terrible open," and now I get it.
Yeah, it was
just
building
a
to that
run-up.
joke.
Yeah, it was a run-up.
it was just for
By
that.
the way, we did find out that this is what happens. This jacket, this coat, is what happens when a old-timey Nolans ringmaster passes away. It put me in my finest ringmaster wear and bury me.
Hey, Tim, this is your cousin, Marvin Burton. You, you know a terrible version of that look you've been looking for?
Marvin Burton.
What if goths had a circus?
Oh.
How about that? Is
Yeah.
that something? Can we work with that?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm really proud of my outfit.
Okay.
My mom helped me.
Jesus Christ.
What are you saying about that? Hold on. First of all, can everyone get I got to stand up.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Does your mom love you? Or... It's a lot of sparkles. A lot of sparkles for Victorian England.
Yeah.
Where and when we are.
Yeah, it is weird. It's like if Ebenezer Scrooge wrote "Candle in the Wind." Right?
You know what? Low budget Liberace.
What did I say earlier? A gay pride funeral.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I've never seen a fop in real life.
Yeah.
So
Ebenezer Scrooge.
I told my mom that we were filming in this great location.
Yeah.
And let's give a shout out to it, Brad.
Rhode Island.
Or if we say anything that's too offensive, not that place.
Yeah.
It will have been bleeped and with black bars on our mouths.
And by the way, we will say something that offensive.
Yeah, sure.
For sure.
Why don't we cover our tracks just a little bit real quick? And
Here are
we'll be
the
like,
words we're not supposed to use.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful place. I can't believe we were able to get in here and do this before the next show at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah, that's good.
Good. Yeah, that
that
way
work?
if we say, yeah, that makes sense.
So I told my mom we were filming here, and she's like,
Here at Trinity Rep.
yep. And the next day, she said, because I was in New York, she said, you got some packages coming in the mail.
Okay.
And I said, oh, let me see.
And your mom's the Unabomber, you said?
She sent me this wonderful coat.
Yeah, also an atrocity, yeah.
As
This
bad as the
nice hat.
Unibombing.
These spectacles.
Yeah.
They're not functional. And she sent some stuff for you guys, too. Can I get them?
Ooh, if there's a jacket that fits me, I would like to return it. Does it come with a receipt? No, I like it. I think it's fun. Oh, I got a toppy hat.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
Let me get the snow off of it because we're out here. Oh, it's so cold out.
It burr.
Yeah, I got snow all over
I
it.
saw a little kid walking with a crutch.
That's an urchin. We're in Victorian England,
Yeah.
so there are urchin about. There's
Yeah.
street urchins.
Yeah.
There's horses.
Yeah.
We just heard the Victorian police.
Oh, my God.
There was some guy who said he was going to rip some people.
Oh, Jack?
Yeah.
Ah, he's a nice guy. Yeah. Loves prostitutes.
Let's see, I wanna
And
see-
hates prostitutes.
Oh, he's got
I
a lot
wanna
of
see-
issues.
I want to see you in this hat, though.
All right.
Now, that works.
Alrighty, governor.
This is the difference between me and Ray Harrington. When Ray puts on a wacky thing, I say, you look great, that works. When I put on a wacky thing, he gets out a little pad and writes down all his insults.
I think if Ray were wearing that coat,
Yeah. Here's another difference. I'll put on the wacky thing, and then I remain seated. I don't stand up and do little poses and spin around like a beautiful little ballerina.
You know what? Now that I think about it, because you're really tall,
Yeah.
I don't know if you should wear a wicked tall hat.
Why? It's going to be my thing for 2024. For 2024, I that was going to be my whole thing. I was going to be tall hat Ray.
And with those platform shoes, too.
Yes. Yes.
And I will say, my mom did get you a top hat. But I
Great.
said, I vetoed it.
thank you.
Oh, she
I
got
said,
you a power bottom
There's a
hat.
different type of hat that Brad should be wearing at this
Oh,
play.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
there you
let's
go.
see. I want to see this.
Look at this newsie.
Is this a new hat, or is this the one that I wore for a show several years ago?
I bought it from China. All the way down. Yeah, that's good. You look old. I thought you would look young.
Oh.
I feel old.
I thought you would look like Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Nope.
You
That's
look like...
definitely just a guy.
Take off your glasses. Oh, that's better.
It works a little bit better. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
You look great.
Hold on,
put it
try
up
it.
to the yeah. We want the light to hit you.
Try it with one nipple exposed.
Lefty or
In England, they would call that a fascinator.
Can we, before we go too far, can we give a big shout out to our buddy Nic Hallenbeck behind the
yeah.
cameras?
Nic Hallenbeck, and then after this episode, he's going to be referred to as going to hell and back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's great.
For
I
having
love that.
to witness all of this.
Yes. No, he's been a helper for a long time. We've been working together for fucking maybe 15 years now almost. And we got this all set together. We didn't know he was part of it, or I didn't know. And then I found out this week, and I was fucking psyched to have him on board. He's a great dude.
Yeah.
And we appreciate having this awesome backdrop for our
Yes.
Christmas episode.
No, it's so wonderful. I love old timey England.
Yeah.
This is so fun. Victorian London.
Yeah.
Beautiful time to be alive.
How was that goose?
The goose, can I be honest with you?
Yeah. Gamey?
It wasn't even that big. It
Really?
wasn't even that big.
It was as big
Yeah.
as you. I measured it.
Oh, well, maybe before you cooked it.
in,
think I
Thing
lost a
shrunk
couple
up so
ounces?
bad.
in
How much
2023,
did I lose?
they're pumping these geese full of hormones.
Yeah.
But here in Victorian England, no hormones. I hate this.
Yeah. I like how we go through the trouble of acquiring a location like this for our Christmas episode for the tens of people that watch it, because we have predominantly audio listeners. So for our audio listeners, maybe we should describe. We are on stage at a lovely theater, and we are in Victorian England for Christmas time. It reminds you of a certain play, and we're in this situation. And I do think it's funny where we go through all of that, and then Chuck's like, but look at my little coat, and I've got a hat.
I can't see out of the glasses.
Are you okay?
Is it as bad as his fingernails from the live Christmas show
Oh,
last
those
year?
are the tip top of the
where,
worst.
Where it was, look at me, I'm
Guys-
Chuck Staten.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys why you're not seeing the value in this? You're not thinking of the Funko Pops. Okay?
Oh, God.
Someday.
I fucking hate Funko Pops so much.
There's gonna be one
I
of
wouldn't-
you,
I wouldn't
one
wish-
of you, and 1,000 of me.
I wouldn't wish a Funko Pop on my worst enemies.
Not true.
That's us.
Which one? Which one on me?
What? No.
Which one?
Did it work?
I wouldn't wish a
Oh,
Funko
I think I
Pop
just
on my
pooped.
worst
No.
enemy.
Okay, so we're here. It's Christmas.
Yes.
Viewer, listener, I do want to bring this up. Where we're going to kind of slide into the episode proper, right? By the way, apologies in advance if you hear any clipping and clopping. If there's any chitter chatter, right? It's simply the Victorian England people going about their days.
That's true.
right? Getting dysentery and dying and whatnot.
Super young.
Yeah, there was a kid who kept
Tragic.
walking in front of the cameras earlier. The one, the one with the one leg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Pain in the ass. And he's like, but I'm too short. You won't even see me in the lens. My head doesn't even reach the lens, sir. And we beat him up.
Oh yeah. I broke his leg.
You did.
Yeah, I
There's
gave him a
one
little
good
crush.
one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a shame. That is a real shame.
We do have a lot of fun stuff planned though today.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm excited for Christmas. We're always excited for Christmas. And you had some stuff you wanted to bring to the table. We have some gifts for each other. We have some letters to Santa.
Yes.
We have a letter. We have a package from across the globe that we're going to open for
That's
the first
right,
time
yeah.
on camera.
And
I mean,
international.
it's closer to us now that we're in Victorian England.
That's
oh
true. Yeah.
wow! So it's
Old enemies though.
Yeah.
It's next door to
Yeah.
us now.
We're surprised it made it through customs.
Yeah.
But I do want to mention this since we're in media res, right?
Yes.
We're in the thing, and it does beg the question of some Christmas media that we intake, right? Christmas movies.
Right.
I've
Sure.
been watching a lot of Christmas movies lately. I'm
Me
sure
too.
you have.
Yep.
There's two things I wanted to bring up because I think this is the episode to talk about it. We talked a little bit on the phone, Chuck and I,
Yeah.
about Home Alone 2,
Yeah.
Lost in New York.
One of the
Okay.
best Home Alones of them all.
Yeah,
I
one
would
of the
say
two
it's
best.
Top
I'd say
two.
top two
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, don't make me choose.
Yeah. Right.
Don't make me choose. This hat.
It's pinching my noggin.
I know. It's a tight condom for sure. There is room at the tip.
Oh yeah.
at the reservoir.
Yeah, exactly.
To catch.
I'm a newsy hat guy now. So
much-
this
Oh, yeah.
is this
Do we
is
really need a reservoir in the condoms? I don't think
No,
we need
just
it.
let it sit there.
I don't
Let
think
it
we
sit
need
there. All right, that's fair. You write to Trojan and let them know.
So what are we doing? It's
So-
like 2 ounces, right? How much?
Can we not do that at the beginning of the Christmas
Just
episode?
Christmas.
Talking about
I'm just-
weights and measures of that.
Okay,
That's come on.
go ahead.
Think of because don't forget at the end of the episode it's
I
gonna
know.
snow, quote unquote.
I know it's in the reservoir.
So soppy. My hat's ruined. Anyway, so Home Alone 2, Lost
Yes.
in New York. There is an issue there. We were chatting about it briefly.
Yeah.
And I did want to bring it up on the episode because I think it's appropriate. Home Alone, the original, Home Alone Senior. We,
Mr. Alone.
Mr. Alone, if you're nasty, is very much. It's a carbon copy. Home Alone 2. It very much is
Right.
like here are the same beats, and you have the South Bend Shovel Slayer.
Yeah.
That Kevin befriends, and everything's okay by the end of that.
Right.
And so Home Alone 2 comes out, and we need a stand-in for the South
Yes.
Bend Shovel Slayer, someone for him to be afraid of,
Yes.
but then realizes, oh, this is a good person.
Can,
Yeah.
can I posit something real quick before
Yeah.
we get into this? You know how there's a lot of sequels will be like, we basically have to copy the formula of the original to be successful?
right.
Mm-hmm.
I think Home Alone is one of the ones that does that, but changes just enough to make it still a fun movie.
Sure, I think it did the thing that would be probably the first idea, but it's such a fun movie. It works.
Well, I was going to say, like, the traps are so much more violent.
Sure.
The New York stuff is fun. The toy store is fun.
Right.
And all that stuff is, I think it's appropriately built.
I agree. Yeah.
It's
But
not like Gremlins 2, which is like, that's like totally different direction, and everyone loves the idea that it's turning the movie on its head.
Yeah.
That's kind of more, that's the most fun. But Home Alone 2 as the build.
Well, I think Home
very
Alone 2 is
appropriate.
also like the most logical thing of like, all right, a Home Alone sequel.
Right.
Does he get left home alone again? Do we do it on another holiday? No, it's got to be Christmas. That's great.
Yeah.
For him to be left alone again doesn't make a lot of sense.
Right.
So I think it's a natural thing. I think it's in the first 5 minutes of conversation
Yeah.
about what the sequel can be.
Yes, yeah.
Well, what if he gets left somewhere
Yes.
in like a big city?
Yes. Right.
You know, it's Babe Pig in the city. You know, that's what it is, right?
Yeah.
So, but anyway,
Home Alone 2, Pig in the City.
that'll do, Kevin. That'll do. So my issue is this, though. You get in Home Alone 2, our stand-in for the South Bend Shovel Slayer is a lady who I think is homeless. They never quite say
They
straight
say-
up, I'm homeless.
Yeah, she does say that she lives above Radio City Music Hall or whatever.
No. She says she likes to go there sometimes. She
I
doesn't
thought she
live
sleeps there with the pigeons and they peck her.
No, I think you made up a scene.
I think that they peck.
A money-making scene.
Cover me in honey and
That's one of my
seed.
get rich quick scenes. But
So
she doesn't say she lives there.
I know. No, I think she says I know a place like we can go and I like to come here and listen to the shows and stuff. I mean, we don't have to get bogged down in the nitty gritty of that specific detail.
Yeah.
Either way, she's not like she doesn't have a legal home.
I think so.
Even if she lives up
Right.
there,
I think that's right.
she's squatting.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. I mean, if you live up there,
Yeah,
that's what you are. You were a squatter, like Ray said.
right. You're an unhoused person.
She's not renting it.
She's homeless.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So,
I
Really
like that we're
danced
kind of
around
tiptoeing
that
around
one,
this.
yeah.
I like how we get in a couple of top hats and then we have to fucking get really legal on everything. Your Honor.
Gavel, gavel, gavel.
I believe you'll find this unhoused woman is not a squatter. She is simply a patron of the arts, Your Honor.
Yes.
Exhibit A. Look at this pigeon shit.
Yes.
But Kevin's originally afraid of her. He runs off. Same situation happens later on. They get to know each other. Oh, you're not bad. You're just poor.
Right.
That's it. And then she ends up saving the day at the end of the movie, just like the South Bend Shovel Slayer,
right.
by throwing a bucket of seed at two gentlemen with guns because they're very sticky.
Yep.
And so the seed sticks. And they lay there and they go to jail.
Yes.
Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen Home Alone 2. Here's my issue with that. Everything's fine as long as you don't think about it for more than half of a second.
Right, good.
Because in the original, the South Bench Shovel Slayer is just a guy who's lonely because he's disconnected from his son. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then in the end, everything's good.
Yeah.
He has a home. He has a life. He's doing his thing.
They see him outside because he's shoveling the sidewalk. So
Correct.
that'd be helpful.
Kevin sees this lady outside because that's where she lives.
Yeah.
And she has nowhere else to go. She has no money. She's a homeless woman. And Kevin is extremely well off. He is a very privileged boy. He comes from a rich home.
Can I say there's two aspects of this? What you're talking about is the second aspect. The first aspect is when she talks about why she lives the way she lives, she says that someone broke up with her. So someone broke up with her. Someone broke up with that woman so hard that she became homeless.
Yeah, she loved a man, and then he left or whatever, however she puts it, and then she's like, he broke my heart. And her little through line is like she won't trust anyone.
Yeah.
But she ends up trusting Kevin.
He broke up with her so hard that this is her life now.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to go live with those birds.
That's to be fair. That's
They peck me. They peck me.
Look at this deleted scene.
that is every breakup I've ever gone through. I've been the pigeon lady, where I'm like, I'm gonna go
Which
live
is
in the
weird
park.
because you really strike me as a South Bend Shovel Slayer.
It's weird because you strike me as a pigeon.
Yeah.
I'm the pigeon lady.
So, it is insane though that this happens, and what kills me every time is like I love Home Alone. I love Home Alone 2. But what bothers me every single time is the end of that movie when he presents her with one turtle dove to go with his matching turtle dove.
Yes.
And then just to really hammer home the financial differences between these two people, like the social strata that they live in.
Yep.
Kevin then hears from the hotel his father yell, "You spent $978 in room service?"
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, and he runs away.
Yeah.
Presumably never to see this woman again, even though
She's in the snow.
her arc is, "Oh, I've learned to trust," and he's like, "I won't forget you." That's what he says.
Right.
And then turns his back, literally, and runs away. So, because he's staying for free in a multi-level suite with all these free gifts. Kevin, let the lady come inside.
At the very least.
Let her come in.
inside.
Let her have a piece of turkey. And for fuck's sake, like, let her take a shower. You know what I mean?
This was kind of a running joke with my ex-girlfriend because when he gives her the turtle dove, I always go, because that's what she gets at that moment. And he goes back to his
wouldn't
wonderful
it be amazing
life.
if she's aware of everything and she knows about the hotel, she knows about all the gifts that Mr. Duncan dropped off.
Yeah.
Right. She knows all that stuff is there. She knows that Kevin is truly a Chicago suburb rich kid.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, here he comes. All right, cool. I fucking saved his life in the park last night. I saved his life. This is it. I'm going to get a reward. I know it. He's going to let me at least spend one fucking night, Christmas Day, in this nice hotel, right? Here he comes. Here you go. And it's a fucking turtle dove. That's worse than giving the piece of chewed gum as a tip to the bellhop, right? I was that lady,
She goes, "Oh, he's just going to give me 2 turtle doves." He goes, "No one's for me."
Yeah, one's for me. Why turtle doves? Because of the birds. Because of all those gins you got around you. I'm trying to shorten pigeon.
Yeah.
Trying to get it started.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is truly insane.
No, it is.
I want to talk to like Chris Columbus or somebody and be like, did you guys know?
It's one of those things where, like I was saying, it's a build from the first one. The first one was grounded enough where they were like, yeah, we'll see if this movie works. This guy will be this. And they figure out all the baselines that make sense.
Yeah.
Then because of the success, they're like, well, where do we go from here? And they start dropping logic. The Wet Bandits got released from jail, and now they're going to camp out inside a toy store on Christmas Eve. Like, all of it is a little bit wacky.
Yeah.
Not only did he go to New York alone, he also has family there that is not there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff that's
But
like
it's
a little
just
bit
weird.
structurally...
Can I solve the issue?
No, here
script
comes
writing.
Brad again trying to solve the homeless problem. He's always doing this, and we all know where it goes.
Yes.
If
Go
you
listen
bring
to
up
his version of
chemical
Holly Jolly.
castration one more time, I'm out of here.
Okay, so Never mind. No,
You gotta spay them like cats.
from a script writing perspective,
Yeah.
he is friends with the owner of a toy store who presumably could hire this woman. Give me
Sure.
two lines
Yeah.
of Kevin saying you can go to this toy store. He's got a job for you.
You know, it'd be so funny.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
It'd be so funny if she went, "How much am I going to make?" And he told her, and she went, and then the credits.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work anymore. Red State Brad.
Oh man, it is just, I think because it's supposed to be the little heartfelt moment that's there.
Yeah.
It just doesn't track for me. It's just a bridge too far. Does that make sense?
I hear you. I mean, I'm letting it slide, but I think you're right.
But even as a child, when I saw the movie, I was like, she's homeless. Where's she even going to hang that little ornament?
You know?
Thanks, Kevin, for my tree. Oh, I'm Irish, by the way. I don't know why. She is. She's Irish.
Lot of trees in Central
Irish.
Park.
That's true. Oh, that goes. The Irish thing goes to your point. She was broken up with so bad,
Yeah.
probably in Ireland.
Wow.
And she was like, "I'm out of here. I can't take it.
I gotta go
My
to the
heart's
land of
broken.
dreams."
I'm going to New York City." Maybe she
You know what
came
I might
over-
do? I might keep birds.
I might keep birds. Or I like to think of it as the birds keeping me. Really, when you think about it. I like to
Maybe.
listen to music and touch me birds.
Maybe a rich little boy. I'll save his life, and his family will take me in.
No, okay, bye.
No, just one ornament. Okay, all right.
She
Don't have a tree.
She opens the locket, and one side is her, and one side is just the bird that dumped her.
It's a bird.
It's a seagull.
Yeah.
I'm getting away from here. I've got to leave. Oh my God, that's really fun.
That is
But yeah,
fun.
so that's a bit of insanity.
Yeah.
I decided to wear my actual winter jacket.
How's that going?
Because we're out here, and
Yep.
boy, oh boy, it's a balmy day here in old London town.
Well, we got
Not me. Mine's a half a centimeter thick.
I heard. Anyway,
No reservoir needed.
no, my other Christmas point.
Yes.
And this one, I think everybody can really sink their teeth into. Why am I saying that?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know how to transition.
No.
I was thinking about this last night.
That would be a tough transition. You're like, go ahead, keep going.
What do you mean?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, what are your two transitions?
So I was thinking about Christmas movies in general.
Okay.
And ones that involve Santa Claus.
Yes.
There you go. This is good.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. Okay. You're
It's
you're
all right.
winning me over.
You mentioned Santa Claus on a Christmas episode?
Yeah.
I'm in.
So there's a time and a place, and this is it. There's a certain stripe of Christmas movies where Santa is real.
Yes.
And often in those films, the kids believe, and at some point, parents are made aware in some way. Usually,
Yes.
a lot of times it's at the end of the movie.
Right.
But like the Santa Claus,
Yeah.
right early on, it's like, what? And then all of the adults are like,
No way.
this is bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Elf, same
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Right.
Any Christmas movie where Santa exists in the world,
Yeah.
the adults are always like, what?
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
The logic of it irritates the shit out of me. And here's why. What is Santa doing every Christmas in the world of that movie? Whatever movie it is.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. Delivering toys, one would
Delivering toys to all the girls and boys,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Why is it that every adult in those movies is always just like, Santa's not, he's real?
I do wonder about that.
Where do
because
the
I'm like,
toys come from?
Because
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a 40-year-old person who apparently
Has children.
has experienced no proof of Santa thus far.
Right. So
Which is
what
interesting. What happens every Christmas?
This is what I'm saying.
Does Santa skip their homes?
Does Santa not actually give shit? Right? Or maybe he just does it to like a few people. It's weird because the logic in movies where Santa is real.
That's a good point.
Thank
Why
you.
wouldn't they know?
Let me fix
Your
this.
Honor.
You take chemicals.
Oh no! Chemically castrated Santa. Oh, that's why I give all the gifts to the little girls and boys, is because I can't have little girls and boys of my own.
What if what if it's
frustrating.
if it's a Santa only comes to the houses that are full of true believers, for lack
That's
of a better
fucked
term.
up.
So
That's
he's got,
fucked up.
like-
You're a piece of shit.
Wait, hold on. True believers of what?
Santa.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like Islam or something like that. You know.
I was gonna make a religion joke, but
Yeah.
the idea that, all right, so Chuck is a parent in this hypothetical movie world.
Chilled to the bone.
I'm his child.
I would make a
Accurate.
great dad, and he would make a great son. Ask his dad.
My dad agrees.
That was actually really funny.
Great.
That was very good.
The idea that, all right, Chuck doesn't believe, so Santa skips our house. But
Yeah.
Ray, in a different house, has Nick as his son. Both of them believe. Santa's like, I'm in. So Santa's dropping off toys for Ray and Nick,
But that's
not for Chuck or
hold on.
Brad.
People marry out. People go out. They meet other people. They marry. One house is believers. One house isn't. And then, like, imagine
you need a house
if
full
you
of true
met
believers.
somebody and they were a full ass adult.
And they believe
And
in
they
Santa.
were like, "Oh no, Santa's real, and he brings me gifts every year."
Yeah, this would cause. By the way,
That's insane.
Your fix causes this issue.
Yeah.
Half of the population is fucking committed.
well, it's not half the population. It's such a small percentage. How much do we see in these movies?
So you're thinking that Santa delivers to a very small percentage of the world?
Because only a very small... it's like the Heaven's Gate cult.
As so many things are.
A very small percentage is wearing the Nikes of believing in Santa.
So what you're describing is a Jehovah's Witness.
I kind of, I
Santa's
guess.
witness.
A Santa's
Witness.
Yeah.
A Nicholas witness.
Can we cut everything right now and stop doing the podcast? Because we have to write a script called Santa's Witness, where Santa witnesses a crime, a murder, and the police have to hide Santa from the murderers until Christmas Eve, when he's like, "I gotta go back. I gotta deliver the
No,
presents."
they gotta hide him till December 26th, and
Yeah.
that's the issue.
Yeah. Because
Okay,
he's trying to escape
No,
so
no,
he can
he's
go
not.
deliver his stuff.
Hold on.
All right.
One officer has to go with him to keep him safe. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Oh, and John Cena. There's two.
And John Cena. No, John Cena's trying to get him.
Yeah, all right. You know, what
He
about
starts out bad. He ends up good in the end. Don't worry.
you know what? Dwayne Johnson, he's not really by the book, but there's a lady cop who is very by the book, and they do not see eye to eye on how
Yeah.
best to
Oh,
protect
boy.
Santa.
Yeah, but that means they have to go
Ariana Grande.
and do
No, that's not a
the-
believable casting.
Do the stuff with Santa, right? And then maybe Santa gets a flesh wound.
What
Uh-oh.
if?
A sniper?
Well, I was
a
gonna say,
sniper shot
what if-
rings
what
out
if-
on the rooftops.
Well, I was gonna say, what if they have snipers on the sleigh,
Yeah.
or maybe one of them's riding Rudolph?
Yeah. Ooh.
That would be weird.
Red man down. Red man down. Officer The Rock, you've got to deliver the rest of these presents. Right?
I don't even believe. Oh, that's weird.
Ho ho, motherfucker. All right. Anyway, I just wanted to bring up that
Yeah.
idea.
That's-
It is insane whenever it's like Santa's real. It's like, well, then what have you been doing?
Then how has the world existed for you up to this point as
Yeah.
an adult?
Yeah.
Great point. Your solution, bad solution, because half the world is crazy.
All right, well, you know what? Drink these chemicals, and we'll go from there. Yeah, that's...
Can
I need them.
like put my name on some sort of petition or something that you might be starting? Change.org, perhaps.
Oh, we talked about how
Strange.org.
I'm having that jizz thing where I'm like constantly horny and I can't control myself.
Yeah.
I tried to talk to my therapist. She dumped me. My therapist dumped me after 9 years.
Are you gonna move to New York City and live with the pigeons?
I got bad news for you. That's not pigeon shit.
Isn't it fucked up? Oh, gross. He has pigeon shit all over his house.
Now that's a sticky bandit. Oh no, I want to go home. I want to go home.
How many jizz jokes are we supposed to do this episode?
Well, it's Christmas.
Zero.
12. On the first jizz joke of the episode, Chuck claimed to me
Chuck claims to be.
his therapist dumped him all day. I don't know what I'm saying.
She did. She dumped
So,
me.
well, listen, one man's "my therapist dumped me" is another therapist's "I'm finally free."
Yeah.
Doesn't that make sense?
It does.
This hat is so wobbly. It's too small for my big dumb head.
I know. It's smart with my head, too.
So anyway, I just wanted to throw those movie things out. I know lately I've been kind of a little stick in the mud curmudgeon about pop culture things.
Yes.
So
Right.
I wanted to come to the table in the Christmas spirit
Thank you.
and bring some pop culture. Bradley, what do we have on the docket?
I'd like to talk as a mini The Roar You Know segment about the differences between a white elephant gift exchange
Okay, everything.
and a Yankee swap and a dirty Santa.
Okay.
So Brad, he does some topics on our podcast once in a while called The Roar You Know, where Brad teaches Ray and I about whatever he wants to teach us about. And
Yeah.
this week, for our Christmas episode, Brad's teaching us about white elephant gift exchanges.
And by the way, I got so nervous when he started introing this.
Yes.
Up until he said elephant, because he went, I want to talk to you about today. I want to teach you about the differences between white. And I'm like, no, don't do this. But you have done quite a few of these Roar You Knows.
Yes.
And we've had to cut a lot of them.
Yeah.
We've cut a lot of the Roar You Knows because he teaches us.
Yes.
You've done creation 4 times already.
Yeah.
We
I
get to
just
the
think
ark
it's
and I lose
important.
it.
Yeah.
I lose it when we get to the ark.
You know, the church I grew up in has a little creation museum in it now.
What does that mean? Is
no.
the dinosaur in it?
It did not. Dinosaur?
No, dinosaurs are a trick by the devil.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he included them.
They did not.
But
They
the
did not.
As a fun goof, get a load of these.
They did not have that museum when I attended that church. So, did my departure cause it? Yes.
Hey, listen, some of your tithing allowed them to teach children that fossils are fake.
I guess I technically tithed when I was a kid. Anyway, white elephant versus Yankee swap.
And where do we all stand before we get any further? Where do we stand on the Yankee swap? Or what do you refer to it to? I always refer to it as a Yankee swap, but I'm a Yankee. I'm
Right.
from Maine. Do you have a thing, like, does your family have a name for it?
Well, we're going to find out, I believe, that white elephant and Yankee swap are not the same thing.
Right.
So maybe what you've done is only called white Yankee swap ever.
White Yankee swap, yeah.
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 It's very main thing.
I did Yankee wife swap.
Yes.
Is that a thing? But where do you stand? I personally don't like them.
I think we should have that conversation right after this.
Okay,
Because I think
that's
we'll
fine.
get into something.
No, I know what else we're doing, but I read it. I read the emails.
A white elephant gift exchange tends to be that you give something ridiculous. Sometimes the rule is it has to be something you didn't buy specifically for the gift exchange. So the term white elephant.
See, did you know this
I
part?
like that.
Well, see, that's the thing. So you didn't think that was part of it, right?
Right. I thought maybe
I
I
know.
just know the Yankee swap. I like the idea of the accepting the silliness, because I think a Yankee swap is bullshit, where it's
too.
like, oh, we all spent like $20 and we bring our thing. It's like, you can just say this is a re-gift party.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's all it really is.
I have a similar feeling to you, but I will save my marbles until the end.
Okay.
The term.
Oh, is that one of those phrases that comes with that jacket?
Save your
I
marbles.
don't want to spill my marbles.
But I think that what you've experienced over the years is that in culture, and what I've experienced, I think everyone has just kind of used these words to mean whatever gift exchange they use. And
Yeah.
so, like, even if it's just like, we're just doing Yankee swap this year, blah blah blah. We're just doing white elephant this year. Everyone just gets one gift and blah blah.
Yeah.
I think that those people don't adhere to the rules, and Brad is kind of going to inform myself, because I didn't know about that was like there's like specific things to white
Yeah, I like
elephant,
that.
to all that stuff.
Please continue.
The term white elephant refers to an extravagant, impractical gift that cannot be easily disposed of. The phrase
Like a
is said
white
to come from a perspective about the historic practice of the king of Siam, now Thailand, giving rare albino elephants to courtiers who had displeased him so that they might be ruined by the animal's upkeep costs.
Hey, real quick.
There's no record of this actually happening.
Of course. Just a quick tip
Yep.
for modern day. Don't accept extravagant gifts from anyone in Thailand. I don't want to be like,
I think that the Thai people are just like everybody else. Go ahead.
I think they're like everybody else as well, but let's not.
But you would accept a gift from me.
Well, let's not pretend there isn't a sexual tourism economy in Thailand. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's
You know what I mean.
While the first
He's
use of
got all
this,
those brochures.
while the first use
I'm
of
going
this
to Thai
term
next week.
remains a matter of
wait.
contention among historians, one theory suggests that Ezra Cornell, founder of Cornell University, brought the term into the popular lexicon through his frequent social gatherings as early as 1828. So, in my mind, a white elephant is regifting something wacky and absurd that, is meant to be funny. And the reason I think of it this way is because for years my parents would do like white elephant parties with their friends. And I remember one year my dad came in and woke us up.
giving each other their keys. I didn't even get it. That is funny.
But everybody looked really happy.
Yeah, they look happy. My mom would leave.
Right.
No, what would so they would actually do?
He came home and he woke us up And he's like, look at what we got. And it was a 6-foot-tall plush flamingo. And to me, I'm like, that is a great white elephant gift because it's so dumb.
The only gifts I've ever seen from an exchange like this are completely like normal gifts. It'll be like a $20 gift card to Pizza Hut.
Yeah, that's I think the Yankee swap.
Right.
version.
That's I think.
I went to a white elephant gift exchange last night. The gift I gave was the NBA Baller Beats video game that Chuck bought on clearance for me, 13 years ago, and you need an Xbox 360 with a Kinect to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I open a gift and it's candles. And I'm like, this isn't really a white elephant gift because this is useful.
Yeah.
And then somebody stole the candles from me and I ended up with a business card holder that is, ironically enough, from the country of Thailand. And it's like gold filigree.
Picked it up in the airport.
It's got an elephant.
Are you coming to the
He
comedy?
used to hold coupons.
Are you coming to the Comedy Connection Christmas party?
I can't remember what day it is. But
Monday.
we can talk about personal
I
stuff.
moved a
off.
meeting this week to go to it.
Oh, okay.
'Cause I
Then
have a
I probably
present
can't
for you.
make it, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So Yankee swaps are closer to traditional Secret Santas, except for the exchange element.
Mm-hmm.
The origin of the name seems to date back to the 19th century. Walt Whitman included the Yankee swap in a list of quintessentially American things, U.S. foreign trade, blah, blah, blah. One disputed origin theory dates the name Yankee swap to the Civil War when Yankee and Confederate generals would engage in informal prisoner swaps. According to the History Channel, Union General John Dix and Confederate General Daniel Hill agreed to a system in 1862 in which soldiers were assigned values based on ranks, blah, blah, blah. And a third choice for a gift exchange like this is Dirty Santa, more popular name that,
I've never heard of a Dirty Santa.
that's more popular in the South. And that's because it gives these uptight Southern people a chance to let loose and get crazy and be
Yeah,
a
because
little...
that's what we want.
Is that
We want the South to get loose and
indeed,
crazy.
There's a deviation from traditional Southern manners as people can get pretty ruthless with their stealing and tend to openly show their distaste for certain gifts. Gasp. That was the website I read it from.
Oh, I do want to hear that argument, though. I want to hear plantation South, Georgia accents, just doing
I want Kentucky.
Oh, because I just picture a seersucker suit and just being like, now, honey, I
That's
do
what I want.
believe that I took from you a couple of candles. Now, what's that I see over there?
Well, it's weird because
it feels almighty heavy up in my hands.
there's no real set rules of how it's done. It's generally agreed. Everybody draws a number, and then the first person opens it, and then the second person, you can either open a gift and then decide to swap, which I don't like, or you steal the gift and the person you stole from has to open a new gift. Or, on some level they can steal whatever. There's rules about, a thing can only be stolen a certain number of times or whatever. So it's house rules. And to me, the idea of I want that gift so much that I'm going to steal it and not take a chance opening a new gift says the gift giver is good. If you open a gift and then you trade for something else, that says the gift giver is bad. And I don't like that.
I think it's...
Sure, yeah.
I agree with you, but my reasoning is it's more fun. The stakes are more fun. If you're saying, I like that gift so much that I'm going to give up the opportunity of I don't know what in this thing.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
here's-
more fun, I think.
Here's the problem, though. It often always comes down to, in my experience with Yankee swaps, usually there's two things, one thing, two things, maybe three that are people really like it.
Yes.
Yeah.
People really want that. It's usually booze. You know what I mean? People want that little basket with 3 bottles of wine in it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that just keeps getting stolen over and over and over. And then there's some funny gifts that everybody's like, I don't want that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, give me the gift card. It is weird because it's it goes, in a way, it goes completely against the idea of what a Christmas gift is.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Appreciating it, the thought that counts and all that. This is the antithesis of that.
Yeah, this is about getting.
Yeah, this is about, fuck you, give that to me.
And I'll say this. I don't even know if it is really about getting, because you got to think, the people that are getting these gifts, they don't even really want the thing. They just want the thing the most out of the small amount of gifts there are. So it's really almost we're all obligated to get gifts, so let's just get things that are so impersonal that everyone has to go, I guess this is the best thing here. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have friends
The
who-
least bad.
Right.
The least bad.
And,
Exactly. is what it
people
is.
are like, I brought a $30 Dunkin' gift card and I left with a $20 Dunkin' gift card, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's just funny.
That is funny.
I don't know. I've been through a lot of them. I made a woman cry, a coworker cry, because there was a
Before the Yankee swap, right?
yeah. I call
If you don't get me what I fucking told you to get me, if you steal my fucking gift, whatever I get, I'll fucking ring
there
your
was
neck.
like a back massaging pillow, and I had been number one, and I'm like, I got a bad back, and she had stolen it, and then she tried to hide it, so at the end I couldn't go
Ooh,
back and
that's
steal it,
mean.
and I was gonna let her have it.
Yeah.
Like I'll keep whatever I had, but
Oh,
she
you
tried
mean
to
it that
hide
way?
it.
I thought you meant I was going to let her have it.
Well, I did let her have it by taking the gift and giving her a Dunkin' gift card, and she was like, I don't even like coffee. And she started crying, and I'm like,
Oh, I don't like that at all.
oh, no, she was
deserved it.
my least favorite coworker.
Yeah.
And I think I was her least favorite coworker, but what are you going to do? So it's weird because people conflate the terms white elephant and Yankee swap. I had
Yeah.
friends this
Yeah, me
past
too.
weekend who went to a white elephant and thought it was used wacky gifts, and it's for kids. And like the first kid, and it's like a new remote control car, and the second kid, and it's another new toy.
Exactly.
And she's like,
Oh, God,
I
no.
gave a jar full of leftover Halloween candy.
Oh, no.
And she's like, I'm so glad we had to leave before they opened our gift. And I'm like, that is pretty fortunate. But man, oh man, I can only imagine what was said about you after you left.
So I agree. I think it makes it about the obligation of getting someone a gift, which is
Yeah,
never
yeah.
fun. That's never fun. But I do sympathize with people who are like, well, we have a party of 10 people. We're not going to have everyone get gifts. We're not going to say, well, some people are going to get gifts, some people aren't.
Right.
So we got to figure out something. So Ray had an awesome idea. So why don't you fill him in?
I said,
What a rakish angle for your hat.
thank you.
Very cheap.
You're like a lovable
I
rogue.
put the Ray in rakish.
Really hit that K though.
Oh, yeah.
Really hit that
Well,
K.
you have to.
Yes.
You have to.
What did he put the Ray in?
Ish.
What did he put the Ray in?
The kish. What part is that? What part is that? Is that like a prostate? Only men have a kish? I don't know. No, so I suggested, there's got to be a better way. And we should come to the table with our own concepts for improving the Yankee swap or white elephant.
Yes.
It's 2023. What are we doing? Look, I understand, when there's a group. Oh, no. It's a small office party,
Yep.
or it's a loose group of people that are friendly to each other. Friends that don't see each other often, or extended family. What are we going to do?
Right.
Personally, I would say just don't do the gift part. Have fun.
Yeah.
Bring something with you that everybody can enjoy. You know what I mean? Enjoy yourself that way.
You know what we did one time, and this is not my. We did this one time at my Halloween party. We got a big board, a huge one, and we had all felt. And there was probably 12 of us?
Yeah, you said Halloween party, but it was a Christmas party.
Christmas party, sorry. And we all cut out and we made one huge thing on felt, like a big scene, and everyone contributed
that's
to
fun.
it. Which is that's really fun. That's a
And
fun
then you
way.
burn it at the end of the night, or?
Yeah, I still have it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
charred
that's
remains.
sweet. Yeah, the charred remains.
Yeah, it's still burning.
Yeah.
ashes
Yes.
in a jar.
Yes.
With
So,
some
yeah, so
Halloween
we-
candy on top.
We each came up with our own replacement idea.
Yeah,
Yes.
we each came up with our own replacement idea for this because I do understand the conundrum. So we said, well, what can we do? Can we tackle the problem by offering a new resolution that doesn't lose so much of the spirit of Christmas?
Right.
Right? So what do you think? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
I just have a loose concept, so it's not really a written thing. But yeah,
Yeah,
please.
mine is probably closer to the Yankee swap scenario. So as we get further away, this will be a nice little transition. The person organizing the gift exchange comes up with a price range, example, $20 to $30. They also come up with a series of categories for gifts to come from. So slips of paper with one category each are put into a hat or stocking, and the givers all draw out which category they are buying for. Sample categories include, but are not limited to, gift card, something blue, something square, something tall, something heavy, something handmade, etc., etc., etc.
Anything Alex Horn has asked contestants to come in for the prize category of
Basically,
Taskmaster,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, the best shiny thing. There is also a category for a more expensive gift, $40 to $50, as well as a special Krampus gift which is the white elephant gift. So there's, kind of a booby prize, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
So everyone draws the gift they are purchasing. The day of the exchange, people show up. At that point, the organizer has the list of categories again, and people reach into the hat or stocking and pull out the category of gift they will be receiving. So if, then before any gifts are opened, people have the opportunity to swap categories with any person in the group. However, each person can only be approached once. So if Ray has the Krampus gift and, doesn't know what Chuck has, Ray's going to try and psychologically trick Chuck into taking that. And if, Chuck falls for it.
Looks like I really won out here, Chuck. I got the porn category again.
Chuck immediately swaps for it.
This is like the
and then he reads Krampus and he's like, yeah, porn.
This is like painting this fence is so much fun.
Yeah,
That,
a little bit, and then Chuck would try to switch with me, and I'm like, I'm not falling for it. But then I would try and switch with Nick, and or maybe I try and switch with Nick, but I do a bad job because I'm getting the gift card, and that's the easiest one to get.
I just realized we keep referring to Nick off camera, and it's our Christmas episode, and I'm worried that viewer listeners are like, oh boy, it's going to be Santa at the end, I bet. And it's not. It's a guy named Nick.
Well, let's just say he is a saint.
Yeah, let's just
He might show up at the end if we're really good.
Let's just say he keeps a pretty big list of children.
Is he wearing red over there? He's got a beard.
Once everyone has had the opportunity to exchange categories, then gifts are opened.
Does he look great in that fucking hat?
And
I
then
think he looks great.
Gifts are opened around the circle, and oohs and ahs are oohed and odd.
Yeah.
So
That's
you have
very
a
fun.
little guidance for what you have to buy. Like, I have to buy something blue. But the psychological element of, you can switch with this, but it's before the gifts are so you're not hurting anyone's feelings. I think it's a winner.
I think it's very fun
because
because
that's fun.
I think it turns it into more of a game, which is very fun.
I think the only risk, though, is you've added a couple more layers before you get into it.
Right.
And from my own experience, I think a lot of times just getting everybody around in the circle and doing the thing can be a little like herding cats.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure is.
Yeah. But I think that's fun.
Yeah,
You've
is
given
fun.
it some more avenues for like real stuff to be enjoyed.
Right.
And for people to be like, man, well, I would like something like this, and they start thinking about possibilities.
Right.
That's very fun.
Yeah.
I came up with one as well. Mine is called the Krampus Cackle.
God bless him.
Okay.
Do you like that?
Sure.
You for it?
I mean, let's hear it out, but yeah.
I see. All right.
Oh, you want to know what it is before you agree to it? All right. By the way, I realized what I look like with my hat this way. I look like the guy from the opening of Cheers.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Just smiling like that.
Yeah. The Krampus Cackle is for people who want to exchange gifts in a group setting where each person brings one gift and receives one gift. That's what we're trying to do here.
Right.
And by the way, I will say, just putting on the table, this isn't like a Dr. Genius idea. This is an actual idea.
Okay. All right.
So the Krampus, as we know, punishes bad children on Christmas. And in the spirit of the Krampus, the intention of the Krampus Cackle is to bring a Christmas decoration as a gift. It has to do with Christmas.
Sure.
But the goal is to bring an obnoxious, ostentatious, upsetting, ugly, or bizarre Christmas decoration to the gift exchange.
So like that jacket.
Exactly. But the idea is like, I'm like, well, because I was thinking about the idea of what we had talked about where it's like, well, none of these gifts really have to do with the person, right?
Yeah.
All we know about these people in general is like, well, at least they're getting together for a Christmas gift exchange, so they celebrate Christmas. So the gift you bring has to be a really bizarre or out there Christmas gift. So each person brings their awful Christmas gift in secret. No one knows what they are. They're wrapped, they're put in a pile, whatever. The rules are similar to Yankee Swap, where the first person chooses a gift, and each subsequent participant can either steal a previous gift or open a new one. Mm-hmm. And if they do steal a previous gift, then the person that got it stolen from has to open a new one. But the game begins by picking a Santa. Each participant's name is put in a Santa hat, and each name will be pulled out until there's only one final name. So if it was the four of us, you pull out Brad. It's like, okay, well, Brad's not the Santa. Pull out Ray. Ray's not the Santa. Pull out Chuck. Saint Nick is the Santa,
Mm-hmm.
right?
All right, again, not Saint Nick, just Nick, who is a saint.
That final person is the Santa of the game, and they pick who's naughty and nice, a.k.a. the order of the people who get to choose gifts. So whoever they think is the naughtiest, they say that person's got to go first.
Yeah.
Ray has to go first, then Brad, whatever. So they pick the order. You each get your ugly Christmas thing. At the end of the game, after every present has been revealed, every participant must guess who gave each gift.
Okay.
And whoever gets the most right is the Krampus. And the Krampus gets to choose any gift to swap at the end because the Krampus has the last laugh, which is the Krampus cackle. If you're chosen to be the Santa, you can't be the Krampus. You got to be one or the other. And if you play the Krampus cackle on subsequent years, you are allowed to bring back the gift that you got before, but only if you change it significantly somehow.
Okay.
And that's my idea.
Yeah.
I think it's really fun.
Yeah. I think it adds a nice little game element to it.
Little game,
Yeah.
and also I think it becomes more of a thing you look forward to that's unique to that, as opposed to being like, yeah, we have an office Christmas party. I might get a Starbucks gift card.
Yeah,
or I might
yeah.
get like a heated mug.
Yeah.
This is like, oh, we do this thing every year. I got the craziest fucking thing. Like, you know what I mean? It kind of makes it more of like, I really do think a lot of gift giving is kind of about the event as opposed to the gift. It's more about
Right.
the fun of the event.
Sure. Yeah.
So getting a thing that sticks out in a funny way, I think is even more valuable than being like, well, I got a Starbucks card and I got 4 lattes out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not really that valuable to me. But the idea of
Yeah.
a memorable, like we got, didn't we get Brian Bowden that Wise Men plate or something? What did we get him for Christmas?
I thought it was a Gone with the Wind. plate.
That's right. Yeah.
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
But like something fun and crazy like that is always more fun. And I like the idea of the Krampus cackle, the idea of that he gets the last laugh, and bring it in, but only if you've changed it. I think it adds some fun to it.
Yeah. I think that's fun.
It makes it a little bit more creative, I guess.
Absolutely.
Is what
Yeah.
it does.
I have less of a specific kind of rule book to mine, and more improvements to what exists. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Let's hear 'em.
So, number one, I would like to propose this rule. Now, I'll be honest, I don't drink alcohol.
Yeah,
Really.
sure.
It's not like a hardline thing. I used to. I don't do it anymore.
Yep.
Doesn't really intrigue me.
Yeah, just injectables now.
Absolutely, yeah. I will put a tampon
Oh,
up
yeah.
my butt.
Yeah.
If
called-
it's soaked.
Is that boofing?
I do eggnog.
Nick? Not technically
Not
boofing.
technically boofing from Nick.
What is it, Nick?
We've checked the rule book.
Nick says butt chugging.
Butt chugging.
That's butt chugging? Oh, he said
No.
it's not technically butt chugging?
Okay.
Judges say
Never the twain shall meet.
it's a half boof,
It's a
half
half
butt.
boof. It's a boof chug. So
Thank you, say Nick.
I would like to posit this: no booze. I
Okay.
know there's going to be a lot of people like, "Boo, what are you talking about?" You
Yeah.
know. I think it's extremely lazy for the swap or elephant. I think it's lazy to just bring, here's a nice bottle of wine.
Yeah.
I think it's lazy. And people often gravitate to those things because it's like, that's a for sure, like, at least I drink alcohol, I'll have that.
For sure.
You know, there's a lot of that. So I'm saying no to that. You're going to notice a theme here with like cheap outs and easies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And cutting corners.
Yeah.
So no booze.
No booze.
No gift cards.
No gift cards.
are also an easy out.
Yes,
It defeats the purpose. You might as well just walk up to somebody and go, I didn't want to do it, so here's $20. Have a nice night.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Which, you know what? I'm open to accepting that as part of the rules.
Right.
You know what I remember now? One time I went to a Yankee swap and I brought a Pizza Hut gift card.
Yeah.
And then they were doing it and I had to leave. I had another party to go to.
Yeah.
I stole it back.
Did you take a gift in any way?
My
Other than
own.
that?
Just my own.
Yeah, whatever. You're fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be an equal amount because you didn't take another one.
Right.
So you're fine.
Oh yeah, otherwise I would have thrown it off.
There is another thing here. Like I just said, somebody make that a gift. so if you show up and you're like, oh, there was this, or you're too lazy, or you don't do something, the people that would bring a gift card, that kind of thing, you can show up and you don't have a gift, you put $20, it goes in a pot.
Ooh. Pot.
You guys just got so excited.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I want the cash.
This will come back at the end. Don't worry about it.
Krampus cackle.
So, no, that's yours.
Okay.
And so, so in this, you have your group setting. There's the option, if there's too many people, it becomes so boring.
Yes.
Yeah.
A Yankee swap is so boring, and then there's always like the aunt that's so in on this Yankee swap getting mad at the people that are now just having a conversation. Like, everybody look at what Chris opened. Everybody, did you see? Chris, what was it? A bottle of wine. That's right.
And
so
I'm
Chris has the wine. Don't forget that.
I
And
was
Nathan still has the little Santa who's black, and he's gorgeous. So you don't forget it. I'm coming for you.
I was number 6 on. I was number 6, so I don't need to pay attention anymore.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
If someone wants
well,
to
what
steal
if somebody
from me,
wants to steal? Keep it on your lap, Brad. Keep it on your lap. Don't put that on the ground because people need to see it. Okay, people need to see it. No, I don't want it. But what if somebody does?
It's Krampus, and he's
and I feel
cackling.
bad because I brought it. But anyway, it's stuff like that. It drives me crazy.
Sure.
Like I went to my wife's work event one year that they did a swap.
Yeah.
It's a company. There's like a ton of people at this thing. We're all just sitting there for like an hour and a half going through it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah, no
it's
more
tough.
than 20 people.
Yeah. So I think if you
Ooh.
get to a point, if you get to a certain height in the numbers, it splits.
Yes.
And you
Oh.
get put into groups for the Yankee swap. Now here's where it gets Christmassy.
That's great.
Whoever gets the best gift that everybody agrees in, let's say it gets broken up into groups of 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoever gets the best of the 5 in that group, it all goes to a final round robin.
Whoa.
So they
You're
all
turning
are
it into
now-
brackets. I like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, exactly. And don't forget about the pool. Oh
yeah.
the kitty.
I remember.
the kiddie pool.
Yep.
No,
Nah,
not the
you
kiddie
better not
pool.
put a kiddie pool in there.
So not Christmas. It's too cold.
Chuck picked a kiddie pool.
He said he brought it from home. He said he thought this party was different.
No, he's sitting in the kiddie pool.
Eggnog. Egg.
You just see my legs kicking. That's me chanting from in the kiddie pool.
That's just you, such a messy eggnog drinker.
He's used body paint and turned himself into some kind of candy cane.
One time Brad saw me drink like gallons of eggnog. Remember that?
It was disturbing. It was like a giant square Tupperware container, and he took, I don't know, like half of a half-gallon of vanilla ice cream, and like, but not with a scoop.
Yeah.
Like with a spoon into the container, and it came out in one hunk. And he threw it down in there,
Plopped it in there.
and then mixed it up. And he was drinking like the corner of
I
the
thought
square
Yeah.
Tupperware.
I
It
was
was
gonna drink
so
from a corner.
disturbing.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't drink. You made me
That's
look
so fun.
bad.
Wait, did
I don't like eggnog.
real quick on eggnog and drinking too much of it. Did the bonus episode, the Charlton Heston
Yeah.
interview, did that come out yet?
Yes.
Yeah. That ends with a bit of a chug of the nog.
See, there
a lot
you
of
go.
sound. Enjoy that.
We're the same. Exactly.
No, that was a character Charlton Heston doing it because it would be absurd. But anyway, no.
got so sick.
The groups happen if you want to do that. Regardless,
Yes.
the situation goes down. And I would love to personally add a rule where if somebody milks the whole thing a little too much,
Yeah.
they are ejected from the swap.
Like if
Wow, you
they
should
stand
make
up
a
and
judge.
spin around to show off their gift. Get out of here.
No, but like I was doing the joke with the aunt,
Yes.
right? Like if it's somebody like that, you got to sit down, shut up, you can't do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So things happen as they do. If
You should elect a shamer. That would be
Ooh,
really
that would be
funny.
fun. That
Electing
would
a
be fun.
shamer
Yeah.
is funny.
And they get like a judge's robe.
And the gavel.
Yeah, and the gavel.
Gavel, gavel,
Hell
gavel.
yeah. I just want that gavel.
Yeah.
If somebody gave me a gavel as a gift, like a nice judge's gavel,
Oh, yeah.
I'd be so happy with that.
They give you a little a thing too that snap on it.
Yeah, I would walk around with that all the time.
Crack it.
And just not judge people, but situations.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
I do
yeah.
both.
I think it would become a part of the podcast for sure.
And also, you mentioned the thing about how many people are in it. Can I add one thing to the Krampus cackle?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you exceed 15, you got to go to 50. You have to have 50 people involved. It's gonna, you can't
So
have
fewer than 15
Yeah, you
or
can't-
50 plus.
16 to 49.
right.
It's got to be at least 50.
and
so
at
if,
the 50, it's televised in public access.
yes, and if you get to
And it
16,
goes all day.
that means each person has to find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each person has to find another 1.5 people to be part of it.
All the tiny tips.
2 people?
2 plus.
2 plus people.
So, at the end of this, you do the stupid thing where you swap gifts and all that stuff.
Yeah.
At the end, when all the gifts are revealed, there is a vote for what the worst gift that was brought to the swap.
Ooh, okay.
I like to vote.
Whatever the worst gift is, that is elected the worst gift.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? You can narrow it down. You can make a game of it. You can milk it. You can do whatever you want. But it is deemed that that's the worst gift.
Yeah.
Then it's revealed who gave the worst gift.
Yes.
Feels mean.
That person has to put in another $20 for the thing, right?
Okay.
Oh,
Because
the
they
pot?
did bring a gift, but
Yeah.
they have to bring. Now have to also
that's
throw
good.
$20
That's
in the
good.
pot, and whoever received what was voted the worst gift
Yeah.
gets the pot.
Oh,
So it's like,
that's
it's the
good.
worst. Nope, it's the best.
That's
right?
great.
I was toying with the idea
That's
that
good.
that it's my other version. So that's the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my other version that I was toying with, that I was like, nobody will go for this. It's just George's dad in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
But I wanted to do it's Yankee swap. Everything's the same. But if you try and swap something, the other person can physically fight you to keep it. I really like the
That's
idea
funny.
of like,
Because
I
then
don't know.
it's like the person who wants to fight the most is
They
the
get
one
it.
who
Like
wants
the,
it the most.
Like the biggest, strongest person's like, I love Yankee Swap.
Yeah,
Yankee
yeah,
Swap's
exactly.
great.
Yeah,
Nana's
exactly.
just like, let's just do Secret Santa. She's got a black eye. Let's do Secret Santa. But yeah, so that's my idea of just take the elements of it that really bother me when you have to do it with like a group of more disconnected people.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
You know, when it feels like it's more of a requirement.
a obligation.
Yeah, an obligation is perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to reduce some of those things.
That's great, man.
There
What
it
a great
is.
idea. That's
Yeah.
great.
But and I've just learned in this conversation that I very badly want a gavel.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Well,
Speaking
Your
it's-
honor.
Speaking of things you want, I mean,
Chuck has a unique gift story.
Is it a
Tish.
gavel for me?
no, I wanted to talk
Oh.
about this because I thought it kind of tied into our
it's a
podcast.
story.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
I
it tied
can't clank that on the table.
It'll
you could say-
clank.
You could say if I'm going overboard.
Okay.
I got to say that lasted a quarter of a second longer than I thought it would before you started gabbling.
So it's funny. This ties into the podcast this year a little bit because we did the Saw franchise flashback for Halloween.
Yes.
Yes.
And I wanted to tell you about a couple years ago, many years ago, for Christmas. For Brad, I decided because we both love Jigsaw. and
Brad's
Saw-
Christmas for Brad.
Yeah.
That cartoon. Did you see that? It was so sad.
I got him this. I got him this thing. It was in my fire, which is why it's all burned at the top.
Okay. So it's getting sadder.
I got him this,
Yeah.
and he opened it, right?
And it was early on in the night I opened this.
Oh. Okay.
And so it's a little tape recorder, just like Jigsaw would use, and a little tape that says "Play Me" on it, just like Saw. Now, unfortunately, I found this last night. I went to go play it, and it sounds like it's beginning to play.
Yeah. Nothing.
The wheels don't spin anymore. It's a long time ago. It was in a fire.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I think the visual is cool.
Sure.
But I gave him this with a Play Me tape. And essentially, it was at the beginning of the night.
Yes.
But what do you remember about it?
Throughout the night, I would get messages emailed to me from a fake email address that might have been, it was something like gettingjiggywitit@gmail.com.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yep.
And it would direct me to different places in the Staten household to either find new tapes or find paper clues or find outright taunts.
It was like basically like Jigsaw Christmas.
Yeah.
And so it was saying like, "Dear Brad, you love Christmas so much, you greedy piece of shit." And so all night it was kind of like also a scavenger hunt throughout this gift exchange.
Yeah.
And what did it end with?
Well, it ended with
God, you guys, your friendship is like
this way up. The
real
B,
quick.
the B goes up.
I got to say this before you do the reveal because I think this makes sense. Your friendship, and I think it's lovely, but
you.
your
Thank
friendship is like an elderly couple that read a magazine on how to keep it spicy, but they confused it with a Highlights magazine. And I feel like does that make sense? If Highlights magazine wrote a how to keep it spicy in the bedroom, that's the stuff you guys do.
I think, you know what it really is? It's that we both like to be creative. And so when we think of things like, what should I get Brad for Christmas or something? It's almost like an excuse to be able to be like, well, let me think of a creative thing that he would appreciate.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it just comes out that way. Are you looking for the email?
Yeah, I can't find it.
You can't find it. So basically, the final email was like, how desperate are you to get your Christmas gift? What will you do to a loved one?
This is keep it spicy in the bedroom.
And so I gave him this x-ray of a cat's head with a gift inside it.
Okay.
And then we gave him a stuffed cat named after his childhood cat and an X-Acto knife.
Oh God.
And we had sewed the present into the cat's head.
Oh my God.
And the question was like, will he be greedy enough to dig inside his own cat's head to get this Christmas gift?
And I was like, you know what? No.
Yeah.
Take that, Chuck. I'm going to ruin your big joke. And then he was like, just do it.
Yeah.
And so this fake cat, this plush cat, which I still have the body of the plush cat. I had to cut in with a little X-Acto knife. And it was a micro SD card or whatever.
Yeah, it was an SD card.
The T-Mobile G1 or whatever phone I had at the time.
It was a long time ago.
Okay.
But
Right,
it was it was this weird elaborate thing. I tell people that gift exchanges with Chuck are a chance. It's a contest of who can be the most creative.
That's what I think. That's what I think is really fun.
And it's all about Chuck gave me love coupons for my birthday, spicing things up.
These are all normal.
But he's like
things.
Well, I'll say that he's like, read them in front of the whole party. And there were jokes about people at the party. There were jokes about people not at the party. And
That's
so
nice. I'm not surprised to learn that when it comes to gift giving, Chuck finds a way to make it about himself.
Yeah. It's not about me.
It's not about me. Let me put away my intricate little toys.
No, it's about it's really more of an expression of I know you and I love you and here's how I'm going to say it.
Yeah. But that X-ray actually caused quite a bit of consternation.
Well,
constipation.
Some people who listen to the Chuck and Brad podcast might have known about this, but this was the thing where I went to Staples on December 24th.
Yes, I remember this.
And I called and I said, what time do you guys close? And they said 6 p.m. And I went there at 5 and they were closing.
Yeah.
And I was like banging on the door and the guy was a real dick to me and he was really mean to me. And, he slammed the door in my face and he screamed at me. And then for months, whenever I went
But you got this.
I got it. Yeah. I got it. And I was like, I called earlier and they said we're closing at 6. And he's like, you didn't talk to me. And he was a real weirdo. And
this is December 24th?
That's right.
Christmas Eve.
And I had called that day.
I know. We're where's my gavel? We're relitigating because we had this conversation on your podcast.
But then I kept going in and that guy who worked in the copy department, he kept like not being there or being like, I'll be right back. And he would leave. Mm-hmm. And after months of this horse shit, I finally was like, what the fuck is up with this guy? And I went to a manager and I was like, hey, like every time I come in to get flyers now, because I would get flyers for my band, I would be like, it takes so long, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, he's like, let me tell you this. I just started being a manager here a couple months ago. And when I started being a manager here, they told me that you came in on Christmas Eve and you yelled at this guy and you spit on him. And because you spit on him, the guy told the people he was uncomfortable serving you. So they told him whenever you come in, he can go to the back. And so that's why.
Wow.
You're saying it like I spit on him. You can't. You're going to listen to me. I didn't spit on this guy.
Oh, I see. Here's the thing. I think when you hear spit on him, you can immediately think of like a pooey, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also, if you were exchanging words with this gentleman.
I was.
Yeah. You could be talking
I was like,
and have a little bit of that.
Yeah.
You spineless piece of shit. Just stuff like that.
Suffer this succotash 1 second longer.
Yeah, there is a version of, oh, hey, don't spit on me. That's like the kind, that kind, shrapnel spit.
Yeah.
So maybe that did happen. Maybe you did spit on that guy.
My lip control is fucking excellent. I mean, me and you get into spats all the time. I never spit.
Spit and spat.
Look, I just said spit and spat, and you're clean as a whistle.
I'm all the way over here.
That's how far away he was.
That's fine.
We were wearing the same outfit. I didn't spit on this guy. I'm not
so
gonna
this
get back
poor guy on Christmas Eve is ready to shut down so he can go wrap his kids' gifts.
Maybe they shouldn't be lying to customers on Christmas.
Yeah, and then he looks in the window and he sees, because you said you were in that costume, right? That outfit, right? And he looks out and he's like, What is that out there? Is that Jack Skellington? What's this? I don't know what I'm doing.
Anyway.
Yeah, so that's fun.
That was fun. And then I wanted to say this year I actually got Brad a gift that I had to return already.
Wow.
I thought of this idea. I thought it'd be really funny to get a cheese board that's shaped like a big dick, right? That's funny. That's funny because you don't eat cheese and who are you going to serve it to? And so I ordered
So
this
he just wanted to
cheese-
get you a piece of wood cut like a dick.
No, there's all the compartments.
Compartments.
Yeah, because you have like, this is where the cheese, the pep, the olives.
So like a charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah.
And I got it in. It took some.
Please don't say I got it in when you talk about the big wooden penis.
It took some searching.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got it in.
Yeah.
It's way smaller than I wanted. And so I had to return the other day, but it was so awkward because now UPS, you return things from Amazon. You don't have to box it.
Right.
So you just hand them a dick-shaped charcuterie board. That's kind of strange, right?
You can rebox it. You're not required to not rebox it.
What do you mean? I thought it wasn't allowed. I don't know.
It's fine.
Anyway, so it was awkward.
I get it.
It would have been more awkward for me to open that on Christmas morning in front of my friends and family.
I have a picture of it.
But Bradley, you don't like cheese.
I really.
What's this? It says it's carved into the side of it. Hot dog platter.
See, there we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he would actually keep it. Well, I'll put the picture up, but I
You
just
don't-
wanted to
You don't
apologize.
need to. That's okay.
That's all right.
You're forgiven.
It's too small.
It is too small. Yeah.
Looks average to me.
Darn. You know, you could put some dips in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but St. Nick, he says it's too small.
I mean, as a general rule, like that's smaller than my actual one. So I think that's not a good
How
idea.
much cheese can you fit in it?
Yeah. So
I haven't tried.
that's one little. I figured we tell the jigsaw gift story. That was really
Yeah.
fun. I wish this thing worked. I thought this thing worked. I was so proud that I found it.
Yeah.
And then like I had the batteries and everything, and then last night I'm just like, fuck.
Well,
I wish it
speaking,
worked.
Speaking of gifts, and also because we do have a hard out here.
Yes.
We should keep it rolling right along.
Yeah.
Because I believe I see. To what do my wondering eyes appear here? Oh, the lamplighters are out now. They're lighting all the lamps.
Yep.
It's getting late.
Light the lamp.
You know?
Not the rat.
There's a Bobby. I saw a Bobby running into a dark alley. He said he did it again. He did it again. She's all cut up. He did it again.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was about.
Could have been anything.
Could be anything. So, but I think we should get to what I personally like to think is the reason for the season. Oh, go ahead. What were
Letters
you
to
gonna-
Santa?
Yeah, letters to Santa.
Okay.
I like them.
No, it's weird. Like, I feel like I know you wrote your letter to Santa.
Yeah, I wrote a letter to Santa.
and you sent it out.
and I put it in that big red mailbox that was outside of my house, and it wasn't there the next day.
It's weird because
Did you have a big red letter mailbox?
I had one right in front of my house, and I haven't written a letter to Santa in a long time. So I was like, I'm going to write a letter to Santa this year. So I wrote it.
Yeah.
I put it in the mailbox. Did you do that?
Same thing. Same
Huh.
mailbox.
Here's what's weird. Guess what I got in the mail today?
Oh, please don't say it.
Your letter to Santa.
You got my letter.
Yeah.
I got Brad's letter.
I got Chuck's letter.
Whoa.
Wow.
What a weird mix-em up.
Should we read them all on the podcast?
We
think
should
so.
read it. You
You
know
know,
what?
that
Just
way-
off the top of my head?
That way.
Yes.
Wait, you got Brad's?
That
I
way,
have
Yeah,
Brad's.
that way.
Okay, I thought you were going to get mine. Okay.
No, I got yours last year.
I got yours.
Oh.
But we want Santa to get this, and there's no time to send him a physical letter. So
Yeah.
I think if we read the letters right now, Santa,
and we
big
know
fun
Santa,
bear.
he's a huge fun bear.
Loves it.
Loves it.
So Chuck, if you want to read your letter,
Well, Ray thinks that we should all read the letters we received, right?
I would like to read the letter that Brad wrote to
oh,
Santa.
all right then, cool.
So Brad's going to read the letter that I wrote
Is that
to
okay?
Santa.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Brad's
Okay.
going to read my letter to Santa.
Yes.
What did I write? 'Cause
So
I can't
this is
I
what
can't
you
remember.
wrote. You wrote this to Santa.
Yeah, and it was a little foggy, so I don't really remember what I wrote. It was just
Yeah.
a busy day.
You were
So,
fuming because of a penis charcuterie board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear Santa.
Yeah.
Good start, Chuck.
Yeah.
First, I need to apologize. I realize I may have been a little selfish in my letter last year. There are more people in the world than just me, Chuck Staten. To make up for my shameful selfishness, I would like to ask for something for others. And while it isn't world peace, I think it's a step along the path. I would like to unselfishly ask that you let many women get to experience the gift, the true treasure, some would say the ultimate reward, of making love to me this year.
Brad, we were supposed to do a thing where you write a funny one for Chuck, not Chuck's actual letter.
Please also give them the gift of liking it really rough.
Oh, come on!
The texture of my genitals, I mean. Also, give me women I can tell my friends about, especially when those friends don't ask at all and sometimes beg me to stop talking about it.
Oh, come on! We're having fun.
Seconding,
I'm glad that you thought of us when you were writing that letter. That's really nice.
seconding, I want a nickname. I'm tired of being Chuck. I want to be something cool like Danger Dick or Coctopus or Corn Doggy or RBQ. Numero 3, Kimosabi. I would love a chance to advance my creative career and work with some of my comedy heroes this coming year. I'd love to get some new names to drop, haha. Comedy icons of stage and screen like Tim Allen, Scott Baio, Kevin Sorbo, James Woods, the My Pillow guy, and the late Henry Kissinger. I've got some jokes about pronouns that I'm busted to tell them. Forthwith is for Scrooge McDuck to be real and for him to be my friend. With benefits? Just kidding, LOL. Unless. Fifthly, I need you to remind people that Staten Island is a part of New York City, just like a herpes blossom is a part of the human body.
Blossom is disgusting.
I designed some flyers for you to pass out on your worldwide travels. They'll be ready at Staples for you to pick up on Christmas Eve. Make sure you triple check their hours. Seeks, I'd like some nice warm socks. That's just practical. Finley, thank you for fulfilling my request last year for Ray's anxiety to be at an all-time high.
Hey.
And for Brad to continue being his own worst enemy. It's truly a delight to watch them squirm like the worthless worms they are. Compared to me, I mean. Your pal, RBQ Staten.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
are you gonna pass it along to him?
Oh,
all right.
Yeah,
He's gonna watch
yeah,
it.
yeah.
He's gonna watch it.
That
Now
was
he
really
knows.
thoughtful to
That
include
will-
us.
yeah,
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
You. Thank you for
Yeah.
mentioning us a couple
I
times.
think there might have been a bit of an interesting little overlap in one of the items.
Oh, good.
That was asked for. Do you mind if I?
Yeah, you go next.
If I go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
I also got your letter by
Yes.
mistake.
Ray got
Happens.
Brad's letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Happens.
I think the elves were messing up a little bit.
Yeah.
you know?
Or maybe they were like, Santa could use some help, and these are the guys that love each other the most.
I think they were
it's
just
a
fucking
mistake. Yeah. It's way more likely.
So here's Brad's letter that he personally wrote to Santa, and I thought it was so beautifully ornate. And you wrote it with calligraphy.
I did.
It was so gorgeous.
I took
I
classes.
scanned it and put it in my phone, so
Good.
it's here.
Good thinking.
Dear Mr. Santa, sir. Hello, Christmas Daddy. It's me, your best little elf on any shelf, Bradley Abigail Roar, back at it again with the Christmas cheer. Brackets, one cheer and one cheer only.
That's correct.
I hope you got my previous letter last week with a complete list of all the names I believe should be on the naughty list this year. As you know, I always like to send you a full report on the people around me. If that makes me a narc or some kind of Orwellian snitch, like Chuck says, so be it. Consider me your eyes and ears in this area. Any local ne'er-do-wells, grinchy neighbors, Chuck, in all caps. All of them will be surveilled. Anywhere I am, so goes Santa. So don't you worry, Chris. I have all my usual haunts covered. My home, Chuck's home, the grocery store, the gas station grocery store, various doctors' offices, the elderly folks I have breakfast with at McDonald's at 6:30 a.m., and the local pornography store I frequent because, and you know this already, I don't trust my personal pleasures to any IP address or internet provider. Enclosed is an updated list with any new Christmas crimes TM. These friends and neighbors have either done, said, probably thought, or could conceivably have thought just to be safe. Most have complete names and addresses, but some...
Just like you.
Most have complete names and addresses, but some I wasn't sure of, so I have simply included a rough description, like fat lady that spoke Spanish too loudly in Target. Or elderly man who cut me in line at Dunkin' Donuts and everyone was cool with it just because he was in a wheelchair. Or cashier at the grocery store who laughed at me when I tried to return mild salsa that was way too spicy. Ethnicity unknown.
She's very.
By the way,
She was very mean.
that hat is working wonders for this letter. I would very much like to address a possible clerical error in the Naughty or Nice files this year. Oh, you're even up in Santa's business.
Yeah, it could happen.
I'm worried that my name may be on the naughty list because of an unfortunate set of circumstances completely out of my control. So let me say this here and now. Yes, there was a particular incident where I was given a sandwich with onions on it and what appeared to be seasoning with wanton abandon.
Yeah.
And yes, I did return to the restaurant later that evening after they had closed. And yes, I did have a Molotov cocktail. But I did not mean to burn the place to the ground. I was simply using the firebomb as a light so I could read the complaint number on the door. I never meant to hurl the bottle through the window, and that was a mistake. I know two wrongs don't make a right, Santa, which is the same thing I said about the Israel-Palestine conflict. Such violence over two religions that got it totally wrong. But when you think about all of that, it really puts into perspective how minor one simple D'Angelo's going up in flames really is. I'll be honest, Mr. Claus, you know I'm a man. We haven't even gotten to what you want yet. I'll be honest, Mr. Claus.
Brad's a real blowhard this time around.
Well, he's up in everybody's business. I think is what it is.
I have opinions.
Yeah, you're convinced that lady across the street is really a witch. That was a bewitched pull because she had a nosy neighbor. Anyway, I'll be honest, Mr. Claus, you know I'm a man of simple needs. I don't need any fancy electronics or newfangled bits and bobs.
Nope.
I'm very much a Dickensian man. Oh, if only I was alive in Victorian England, I think I would have excelled as a miser. So most of what I'd like for Christmas is intangible. You can't wrap righteous fury, ha ha. So first, my annual request that my gift be that people all over this fine country of ours put the Christ back in Christmas and put the God back in hot dog. You wrote it in a mirror font as well so we could understand that it's...
Yes.
Yeah. I would also really appreciate if you could get my new nickname going with people.
Whoa, nickname.
It's another nickname. I love hot dogs so much. I want to be called Thought Dog. Chuck and Ray have said they'll try to remember, but they haven't called me Thought Dog or the Thought Dog once this year. Not sure if you're up to date on internet slang, Santa. A thought is a loose woman. This would replace last year's nickname attempt, Plain Bread Chicken Head, and the previous year's debacle of Unseasoned Whore.
It's a COVID year.
I would also love it if you could somehow increase my TikTok followers, Mr. Kringle.
Yes.
This is really important to me, and I feel I've earned a place in the top 10 TikTok dance accounts. I will settle for at least making one of my Bible quote dances go viral. Just not the one where my penis fell out of my sweatpants. 4 exclamation points. I don't know how to remove a video, so that's still up there, and people are complaining. In fact... Forget making anything go viral. If you could just tell me how to delete the video.
Why would you drink in the middle of this? Why would you take a big sip of coffee?
All right. Sorry. If you could just tell me how to delete that video, I'd appreciate it. I went to Best Buy to ask the professionals, but the geek I spoke to and the entire squad just laughed.
Yeah.
His name is Bryce, and you'll find him at the top of the list of the new naughty names attached.
The idea of your naughty list is fucking great.
I'd also love more listeners to come over to the podcast I do with 2 other acquaintances, Funbearable. We work hard on the show sometimes, and I know it would mean a lot to the other guys. We're pretty Christmassy, Santa. I think you'd like the show. We're like A Christmas Carol's 3 ghosts. Chuck is Christmas past because he's nostalgic and has already peaked. Ray is Christmas present because he's very fat, laughs a lot, and looks through people's windows. And I'm a great ghost of Christmas future because of my grim visage and excellent skill for pointing at graves.
Dude, I'm awesome at grave pointing.
Finally, and this one is tangible, a burner phone. I would love to have a simple, untraceable number to call in bomb threats to various area restaurants that have wronged me. and to call anonymous complaints into the police when people are out at all hours, like those children that are always making a racket at nearly 4 p.m.
Bedtime.
on weekdays during the school year
Yep.
when they get off that school bus. It would also allow me a second TikTok account so I could correct some of the very rude comments I get on my dance videos. Oh, and I almost forgot. A copy of the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski's manifesto. I read it online from time to time, but I think a nice hardcover copy would be a wonderful gift. Thank you, Santa Claus, for all your kindness and care and your ability to justly judge people around the world and deem them worthy and unworthy alike. I envy you.
Yeah.
I fear you, and I love you. Your humble holiday servant, Bradley. P.S. My cat, Rosie, would like a new collar for Christmas. I had gotten her one with a little bell on it for the holiday season, but it jangled and jangled so much that I didn't get to sleep until nearly 9:15 p.m. one night. So a nice, quiet collar would be lovely. And that's it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's
It
pretty
was,
nice.
I wish I could bring in the printed version because
Yeah.
the calligraphy was beautiful, but it was 7 pages long. So.
I love the idea of Chuck using the word Orwellian at some point.
I think I'll call you Thought Dog.
Thank you.
By the way, I was really happy when I read in your letter the breakdown of us as the three ghosts in A Christmas Carol.
I can't
thought that
believe
was
that.
very fun.
You know what? I didn't remember writing that. So the fact that I did it for the opening of the episode and then also in the letter,
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
That's funny. So yeah, Ray, I got your letter to Santa.
That's so embarrassing. I'm sure because I feel like I have a personal connection with
Yeah.
Mr. Claus, and I think I have a feeling I'm going to be embarrassed by what I privately asked him.
Yeah, and just independent of this, I just want you to know that I love you as a friend. We're just having fun.
Oh no! Oh no!
So here's what Ray asked for. Hey Santa, my name is Ray Harrington. Listen, Santa, I want to make this clear. It's not an ego thing, but I really deserve a lot of presents, maybe more than anybody. Seriously, Santa, I'm not trying to be egotistical. This statement is totally unbiased. I'm so great that I absolutely deserve more presents than anyone I know. Now, I'll be honest. I know according to some people, my behavior this year could be construed as naughty. So I wanted to take this opportunity to confess my sins.
Oh.
And before you say anything, Santa, yes, I know you're not God. I'm not stupid. You're his brother. Anyway.
I like that there's like little overlaps within.
Yeah.
I like
me
that.
too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I figured I can be naughty all year, then confess to you right at the last minute to absolve me of my sins, and technically I'll qualify as good to get on the nice list. I'm an atheist, and I have the same plan for my deathbed. P.S. Don't tell your brother. So here are my confessions. Number 1, I'm very sorry for my hypocritical ways. I have a podcast with 2 wonderful guys named Bradley and Charles. A lot of times, I'll accuse those guys of making jokes that I consider low-hanging fruit. But then 1 minute later, I'll tell a joke about Staten Island that was on Saturday Night Live in 1991. I know it's 10 times as hacky as anything they've ever said. I know it, Santa. But when low-hanging fruit jokes come from me, they're good because I'm Ray Harrington. Anyway, sorry or whatever.
I didn't realize we were like airing grievances.
Number 2.
Weirdly like
So-
pointed.
sometimes I make this really mean, judgmental face. I do this, especially when my friend Chuck talks about one of his interesting stories, ideas, experiences, or viewpoints.
This is like so psychological. This is so psychological.
So much about Chuck.
I know. We have good news on this. Just send whatever new therapist you get, send my Christmas letter to them. They will understand a lot about what they're gonna have walk through that door.
It's so mean, Santa. Seriously, I squint my eyes. I open my mouth like I'm in disbelief. Sometimes I even shake my head at him like he's a dog who just shit all over the house. It's revolting of me. I'm ashamed at how mean my face can be. Honestly, I bet when someone sees me do it, it takes every fiber of their being not to slap my dumb fucking face into the next millennium.
That's so mean.
Jesus.
And you know what? Hold on. And you know what? They'd be right to do it. Anyway, sorry or whatever. Number 3.
I think we gotta like better understand the spirit of the thing next time.
I was very harsh on Subway for covering up the sins of Jared Fogle.
You're going to Bastard Fogel now?
Hold on. Subway has a wicked good orchard chicken salad sandwich, and none of my friends should feel guilty for eating there. I need to apologize because, A, again, the chicken salad is wicked good. B, just because you eat some sandwiches there in 2023, it doesn't mean you're supporting Jared's pedophilic actions in any way. C, all I'm going to say is boys will be boys. You know what I'm getting at. Sorry or whatever. Number 4. The other day I strangled a rabbit. I felt nothing. Sorry. Now on to my presents. Number 1. Can I get a newer Staten Island joke book? The one I've been using for my jokes is from 1984. Can I get one from like 1995 so my jokes are slightly updated?
So wrong.
It doesn't matter if they've literally been said 1,000 times before. I still just say them again and laugh out loud at myself.
He's so bothered. I'm going to do it more because I know it bothers you.
Number 2. Earlier this year, a donation was made to the Westboro Baptist Church in the amount of $25,000. On their website, they thank their supporters by name. Could you change the name on that donation to say anonymous? Big help. Number 3. My friend Brad is very sad. I'm talking really sad.
Accurate.
So do you think you could make sure that I never become that sad? Thanks. Number 4. I'd like a gift certificate to Applebee's for infinite dollars. If that's too high, 20 is okay. 5. Can I have a new haircut? Chuck took mine and does it way better. Don't tell him I said that, though. I try to keep my Chuck compliments to 1 a decade. I met him about 6 years ago, so only 4 years left for me to give him that first one. Number 6. Can we change every day to be my birthday somehow? I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but I figured, hey, I already act that way.
Oh, my God.
Number 7. Finally, I thought a lot about my wife and son. They're the most important people in the world to me, so I wanted to end by asking you to give them something. Here are 2 signed copies of my first album from Stand Up Records, so just wrap these and put them in their stockings. Wrapping is below me, so that's helpful. Thank you, Santa. From Ray. P.S. One final confession. Santa, sometimes when I write funny insults about people, I say, hey, it's just jokes. But if someone writes funny insults about me, I say it's somehow not jokes and judge it way more harshly. I confess. Give me the willpower to refrain from this terrible habit I've formed. Sorry or whatever. Amen.
Good job.
Yeah, you wrote. That's your
You know
letter.
Yeah.
You know what's amazing is that next year I just have a feeling that Ray is going to get Chuck's letter accidentally sent to him. It's going to be the entire episode.
Oh, boy. That's,
Wow, buddy.
That's fun. Yeah.
That's nice you asked for something for Finn and Kalina. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure. I think
No, they
it's,
deserve something.
I think it's a fun thing. And
Yeah.
I think you could dissect this like the Zapruder film. It's very fun.
I
really
think
like it.
I think continuing gifts, we received a gift
Oh, yeah.
from
that's
a
right,
fund
yeah.
bearer.
I think you have it on your side, buddy.
Yeah, I have this. It's a box cutter.
Yes.
I don't know who gave it to us, but I thank you for sending us this box cutter.
Yes.
Yep.
We really appreciate it. I'll just put it down here.
Yep.
And
Also,
to go with the box cutter
Whoa, there's more to it.
is a box to cut.
there you go.
And in it is a lot of things, I think. And there is there's a Funbearable sticker on the box.
Yep.
And a customs thing.
Form.
From Deutsche Post.
Yep.
Deutsche Post.
Yep.
It's from Deutsche Post. It's from Germany.
Yep.
It's from Sabrina the Spaßbar.
Yeah!
She sent us a lovely Christmas package, and I'm going to let you cut it
So
open.
tell the audience who Sabrina is in case they don't know.
Sabrina is our number one fun bear, our number one listener. She's in Germany. She's been a wonderful, supportive fan of the podcast, and she's sent us a few lovely things here and there over the year and a half that we've been doing this.
Yeah, it feels much longer.
Doesn't it?
Especially like when Chuck was reading that letter, I'm like, oh, this feels like a long.
Yeah, but it's really a wonderful, thoughtful thing. I know last year she sent us stuff. There was like a little grab bag of goodies in there.
Oh, yeah.
I got a Batman comic book that was in German, which, can I say really quickly while you do that, I realized when I opened that comic book, Batman speaking German terrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Terrifying. You should never hear like, I am the darkness. Like
Yeah.
that's terrifying. Like, I swear to God, swear to me. You're like, oh shit.
You know what, Brad? Why don't you take out the stuff that's in there? I opened it up.
All right.
I got you going.
I will set down the microphone, and you can narrate.
Oh, hold the mic up to him. There you go.
All right. We have some candy, some wafers.
Yeah.
If it's filled with
Haribo?
things that size, we're going to be here for a long time. I would say various edibles.
Yeah.
Various edibles. Here's a thing wrapped in. Oh, why did I put these back? Wrapped in bubble wrap.
What is it?
It is.
Oh, damn.
It is a crocheted fun bear.
Oh,
That's a little bear. It's got a little
I
party
love
hat.
it.
That's
And you know
amazing.
what? I'm really happy. Can you hold it up again? I'm so happy that bear is in a really positive spirit, given that it's a quadruple amputee.
No limbs on this bear.
I think there might be a little letter over there that you left out. Yeah.
What if that's for one of us?
Well, let's see.
For Ray.
Oh my God.
Wow.
How did I know? Thank you. Should I open it or should I wait?
I think you should open it and talk about it as Brad goes through the rest
Okay.
of the stuff.
There's some fun stickers of some of the memes that have been made of the podcast.
Yeah, I love
A
that.
lot of fun. See? Yeah, that's terrific. I love
Chiquita
that.
Bananas, Weekend at Brad's. I
Oh,
love
and there's
it.
a couple big ones right here. The Bitches of Warwick.
the bitches of Warwick.
That's so great.
Damn.
Little boy crimes. Oh, I love that.
Man, thank
That's
you,
really
Sabrina.
fun.
That's amazing.
Thank you. And then inside there, I think I got my very own little. Oh, it's not a little fun bear. It's a little fun Ray.
Whoa!
And this is wonderful. On my flannel, there's a little. So my shirt says "No racist cakes, please," and that's accurate. And on the back it says "I am a parent." And I think all parents should get that. This is lovely. Thank
That's
you so much,
amazing.
Sabrina.
Sabrina
That's really
rules.
wonderful. I love
What
it.
do you
Got
have,
the
Brad? Were you
beard
reading the
and
book?
everything.
There's a card from Sabrina Brad's going to read. Here you go, Brad. You want to read the card?
You know
I'd
what's
love
funny?
to.
That is so. She did the blue jeans. I always have a black T-shirt on, and
Yeah.
I'm always wearing my
Yeah.
denim jacket.
This is amazing.
That's me.
This
I
is
love
incredible.
it. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I appreciate that.
This might be the best gift I get all Christmas. I didn't even open mine yet. I
My
just have a
dear
feeling-
honey bears,
Wait, I have a gift for you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I wish you, your families and friends, a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to you and a Happy New Year as well. Is that on the same day? Because
Yeah.
I know Chinese New Year is different. Is German New Year different?
Huh.
There is one mutual gift for all three of you and 3 individual ones for each of you. They are handmade and contain a lot of work, love, and probably also cat hair. Greetings from Paco.
Wow.
I hope you will enjoy these gifts and the sweet treats. Love y'all. Take care. All the best. And a big German hug. Sends your very own Spaßbär, Sabrina.
Wow. Thank you
Then-
so much.
Really wonderful.
XXX. So that's a kiss for each of us.
Wow. Thank you.
Oh, I thought that was triple X.
I'll take it.
I wouldn't open that. Not on camera. No. That is really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So
Sabrina.
lovely.
And they're basically little crocheted dolls. In case you're just listening to the audio.
Oh, right.
And they're incredible. The one of you is awesome. I mean, I haven't opened. There's 2 more that are wrapped. I haven't seen them yet. Whoa!
Whoa!
This is amazing. Glasses on the forehead.
Oh my God!
Which is a normal thing when I
Yep.
don't have
I'll
to
get
wear a
close
custom
ups
hat.
of these too.
Yeah.
A little beard.
What's your shirt say?
Red hoodie that says, I don't do voices on the front. And on the back it says, but I do the waffle.
Oh,
and then there's a little tuxedo
A little
cat.
Rosie.
A
That
little
is
Rosie.
incredible.
I cannot believe how great this
Yeah.
is.
That
that's
is
lovely.
fucking amazing.
And,
And,
you know,
you know
also
what?
got the stickers. And
I wish I
everything as
hadn't
well.
opened mine first.
Why?
Well, because I thought they would all be this round. And then Brad opened his, and if I'm being honest, immediately I went, well, that's a little thinner.
I'm a little nervous about mine.
Oh,
Or-
the head on yours is going to be gigantic.
Or is it going to be a Goldilocks situation?
Do you want me to hold your mic?
Yes, please.
Look at that. See? The season
Here
of
we go.
sharing and gifts and thoughts.
I'm opening. Wow. These are truly incredible. I know we play stuff up for the show, but
No,
are
it's
amazing.
great.
So I got the stickers, which are
Yep,
awesome.
love
I
'em.
love them. The hard thing is going to be picking out where they go. Oh boy.
I just hope this isn't the triple X part.
Oh my God.
I'm wearing a shirt that says "I love Chuck."
That's the most accurate thing.
The back says "King of Staten Island."
Amazing.
That's so great. That's so
This
great.
is
the
fucking
hair is incredible.
Oh my
The
god! It's
woolen
even
hair.
parted to the right side.
It's so cool.
Wow.
I love it. You're
This is-
also thin.
Hey, get
do you
some
want to
chub.
put me up there as well?
Yeah. And of course, the Fun Bear with the hat on, which I love.
It's
Oh
so
my
great.
gosh.
Wow, that is
Eight-
incredible.
We're gonna do this.
Eight
Look at that.
Yes.
plus.
Look at that.
Oh
and
my
there's all
God.
these German treats as well.
Tons of German
Yeah,
treats,
So great.
as well as a
Transformers
German
poster?
German Transformers poster, which I think is hilarious. That's great. It says "Power is primal," which is also kind of scary in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
And you know what's ironic about that is that, as we know from the Transformers films, that the Transformers were fighting
Nazis.
Nazis. In
You know that's
World War
true?
II.
They actually make that happen in a later thing, and they helped with the Underground Railroad.
Yep. Climb inside me. Climb inside me.
Saint Nick is in disbelief.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get into that later on.
Yes.
That's not very Christmas.
This is amazing.
Sabrina, thank you so much. And this sounds, I think maybe only Taskmaster fans will get this reference, but I've always wanted to see this little group in
Crochet form?
felt.
By the way, can I say
and
something?
It's so fun.
If you told me that she was going to make these crochet figures,
Mm-hmm.
there's no way I thought they would be this detailed and accurate. Do you feel the same way?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
They're, like,
For sure.
incredible. I love
I mean,
it.
you could have saved a little on the stuffing for me, but other than that, okay.
Well, it's right after Thanksgiving.
I mean, I'm taller than the two of you, so that's nice.
That's true.
Yeah.
My hair almost puts
I
me
look
at that
like
height.
if a bowling ball had diabetes. But I really do love them, and
Your doll
they're
kind of looks
wonderful.
like that too.
Oh, so mean.
we have a heart out in a very short amount of
That
time.
was
After that mean comment, let me give you a present
that was
so
a
you can feel
joke.
bad.
That was a joke comment.
So here we go. I have a gift for both of you.
yeah,
Thank you.
They are individual gifts.
Yeah.
One says for Chuck. I'll let you guess who that's for.
Okay.
And the other one says for Brad.
Okay.
Bradley,
here you go.
Thank you.
Are not jokes. They're just
Okay.
straight up Christmas presents.
Should we open them right now?
I wanted to give them to you because they fit the podcast. But again, they're not a joke thing. So, yeah, go for it. Open them
All
up.
right, cool. Let's see.
It only became a joke at the very beginning of this episode.
It is a pop McBoo McNugget, and again with a little cat.
I got a pop vampire McNugget. I love it.
So those are, Funko Pop
Yeah,
things.
I love it.
It's funny because at the beginning of the episode, we brought up Funko Pop. You said Funko Pops.
Yeah.
And then I knew what I was giving you guys.
course.
And I said I wouldn't wish Funko Pops on my worst enemy.
I love this.
The reason I got those is we've had the conversation about the chicken nuggets and all the
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And, all the anthropomorphized BS that McDonald's churned out. And so when I saw these with my son, we went to the Providence Place Mall.
Yeah.
And we saw. Here's the deal. I found the Dracula. I found the Vampire McNugget.
Yes.
And I was like, I need to find another one.
Oh, yeah.
I need to find another one.
Yeah.
And then I found the McBoo, which is a ghost with a little cat.
I love that.
Yep.
And I was like, it works because it also looks. The facial expression
Yeah, it's
is Brad.
is a Brad.
It is a
That is
Brad
a
Brad
face.
face.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's killer.
it's like somebody said to the McBoo, pull a Brad face.
Yep.
Yes.
But I wanted to get you guys those because it's like a nice little, it involves the podcast. It involves some retro-y things.
Yes.
I love
and
it.
quite literally, the first and only Funko Pops I will ever purchase.
Wow.
I do.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you.
like these. I actually like these a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I do. It's funny. The Funko Pops, like obviously there's a million of them, like Game of Thrones, all that stuff.
Right.
I do like the ones that are breaking the mold of the regular ones.
Yeah, I don't
Which
like,
are these?
I like it if it looks like not a Funko Pop.
Yeah,
and that's why
exactly.
I like that. It doesn't look like a Funko Pop. It
Yeah.
looks like the old McNugget toys.
I love it. Thank you
So,
very
yeah.
much.
Merry
That's
Christmas.
amazing. Thank you very much, Ray.
It's great. Is the pen that I need still on the table back there?
The pen?
Yes.
Let's see.
I believe you, did you not take the pen with you?
I see a pen.
There it is.
Here we go.
Yep.
Do you want me to give my gift, or do you want to wait? Do yours?
I have a gift for you guys, but it's in the form of a Brad lib. So I'm going to need some help.
I think that should be last because mine is just a regular gift,
Okay.
and yours is more creative.
I've also
You know what I
never heard Brad and Lib in the same sentence.
That's true.
Mine is more just like a regular gift. Yours is more of a fun
Sure.
gift. So yours is more creative. So this is also not a joke gift, really.
Okay.
But it is something for Brad and Ray and the podcast. Ray, I think you can open it because we're on the table right here.
Okay. Now you
it's
get
n-
to hold my mic.
It's not funny, but it's fun. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Sure.
It's not a joke gift, and I
I'm
think
excited
it's
to
something
see
that
what
we
this
can
is.
use
Oh, boy.
on the podcast.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
It's an ET board game. I hope it's just as simple and easy to follow as last year's Fast and Furious game.
But I figured we've talked so much about ET. People
Yeah.
know that we hate ET. I feel like maybe the number one thing about our podcast that people have latched onto is that we don't like ET.
Right, right.
And I thought maybe next Halloween we could play it or something as like a
oh
bonus
no,
episode.
this is from Funko as well.
Wow.
Wow.
They're taking over. I know.
You know what's fun too is we can use Sabrina's felt figures
As our characters. I love
That's
that.
really fun. That's really fun.
Yeah, I thought it would be fun for
that's
us.
great.
You know, I thought it was.
I love
I
it.
thought it was
And you know what?
appropriate.
It'll allow you to confront your fears.
Yes.
Exactly. That's what I'm hoping.
What are you more scared of? An actual literal ET? Like if ET walked around the
Victorian
the,
London
this
streets.
Victorian London home and was right here, genuinely, or the idea, the concept of putting used toilet paper in the trash can instead of flushing
Oh
it.
my god!
It's a real Sophie's choice.
If I saw ET do that,
Oh,
I think I would take.
ET no flush.
Safe water.
Jesus. ET would scare me more.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he bites. I know he doesn't bite in the movies, but I just feel like he does. He has a
Yeah,
tendency to
probably
bite.
eat somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Brad lib time. Let's start.
Oh, you know what? I don't want to cover up Sabrina's
Yeah, no, Sabrina's stuff is way cooler
thing.
than mine.
No offense. I
yeah,
just
it's
want to
fine.
keep it open.
Yeah.
Adjective.
Adjective. Goopy.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Goopy.
I was going to say sweaty.
All right. Well,
Goopy.
good, because I needed a second one.
Perfect.
So that's great.
So far,
Noun.
taint.
He's got it.
Disease.
AIDS.
Oh, no.
That's a serious one.
I guess we'll keep it.
Adjective.
Runny.
Okay. A country.
Germany.
Sure.
Body part.
I already said taint. Damn.
Lone testicle.
Lone testicle?
Yeah, just one.
That was a short-lived radio program.
Adjective.
Adjective?
Adjective.
Let's say, what do you, itchy? Or do you want to say
How about-
lumpy, bumpy?
I think scab.
grumpy?
Hey, scabby.
Scabby. Scabby, please. We'll take
All right.
Scabby for 2, 1 T.
TV show.
Mash.
Bodily fluid.
Match. I think we have a new podcast. It's just doing
Brad Lib.
Brad Libs and then
Cooking ingredient.
mash.
I can't believe that worked out. And one final adjective.
Mashy. No.
Smashed.
Well,
that's-
maybe a
that's past
Christmassy
tense.
one. Let's do a
Yeah.
Christmassy one for the
Jolly?
final. Jolly.
Great.
There you go.
And these are test results you're reading?
Dear Goopy Ray and Sweaty Chuck.
Oh, I knew it. The truth hurts.
I know this year has been difficult, what with your anxiety and all. Ray, you are constantly worried about death by a falling taint.
Yeah, sure.
And Chuck, you are constantly worried that your genitals may be infected by AIDS.
I'm not constantly worried about it.
I bought you each an experience to help ease that anxiety. No, not a runny massage or a woman from Germany touches your lone testicle. Something you have both said you would do. I, your scabby friend, bought you each a 1-hour float experience at Float RI. Float therapy, or REST, restricted environmental stimulation therapy, allows you to immerse yourself in 850 pounds of Epsom salt and 10 inches of water that is heated to skin temperature. The result is an
My favorite
anti-gravity
amount of inches.
The result is an anti-gravity environment void of any distractions for the ultimate health and wellness experience. Stress and tension are released from your muscles.
Oh my God.
Essentially, you'll be in a sensory deprivation tank like Homer Simpson from the hit show MASH. I look forward to the two of you going together, separate tanks, and returning to the podcast full of MASH and MASH. Your jolly friend, Brad.
Well, thank you very
that's a
much,
great
Brad.
Yeah,
gift.
you guys
That's
had
really
said,
lovely.
and I don't remember if we said it on the podcast or like
Yeah.
at
What a
Chuck's house,
great
but it was
gift.
like, it was, you guys would do it. And I was,
Yeah.
What a
looking
great
around.
gift.
I'm psyched
I know.
to hear how it goes.
Wow.
Wow. And you know what? I'm so happy to know, like, it's not even an option to do it together.
Yes.
Because
I would love to do it together.
Oh no!
Because we'd be
That's
floating around and
antithetical
like,
to the
this
whole
touches, and
experience.
you're like, is that an
Sensory's
accident?
gotta
Is it
be
a purpose?
That's a 2 men enter, 1 man leave situation for sure. We're literally in a shallow pool of water with nothing else. I give it 4 minutes before one of us, Chuck, is dead. And I only say it would be you because I have more girth on you,
That's beautiful.
as you can see. Oh, the court can use these. You get a gavel, we got a whole court going.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing
thank you so
gift.
much.
What a thoughtful gift.
Did they say
am-
anything about height restrictions?
I asked, and you are good to go, my friend.
Thank
Wow.
you, genuinely. That's really lovely.
It is.
You'll have to take off the hat. But, now you can
I
fit
can
in.
see you completely naked being like, no, the hat doesn't come
No,
off.
the hat doesn't come off. The hat stays. The hat. Wait, Chuck.
They're trying to shut it.
You don't have to go completely naked in the tank.
You don't have to.
I don't think they don't.
Can you?
I don't think they want
You know what?
to.
I don't know if they. I did
I'll,
not. I did not
I'll
ask.
go naked if you go naked.
I'm fine wearing full clothes. I'll go like
naked.
this.
I'll go naked, and we'll see if you feel like, oh, you're inspired.
How about this? If you want me to relax, I want to be so dressed, I look like someone in a casket from Victorian England. I want to be dressed in a full suit and top hat. Fuck it, put gloves on. I don't care.
Take his pocket watch.
Yeah, check his pocket watch.
Hey, what should we do?
Get his soggy shoes
Get
off.
him. You know what he was like in life?
That's another guy.
Anxious. Anxious and worried. Constant diarrhea at every step.
So with the mention of
That's why he
constant,
was kicked out of his last water pod.
with the mention of constant diarrhea, that does bring us to the
Oh,
end
the
of.
tank is filling with diarrhea.
Oh, boy. Wait a minute.
That brings us to the end of our Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for hanging around with us. We appreciate it so much. Thank you to Nick. Thank you for giving us this wonderful
Or
time portal to Victorian England.
thank you very much to, just in case.
In case they review the footage and they
Yeah.
say we don't want to be associated with the tank
Right.
stuff.
I really do appreciate it. And we've tried to do fun podcast stuff in locations, which is a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I think so.
Is it more work than the thing that comes out? I don't know. But I think it's wonderful that we went all the way to Mariole
Yep.
Yes.
during the most Christmassy time,
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
and managed to do a podcast from the streets of Victorian England.
Yeah.
That's pretty magical.
It is pretty
Yeah.
good. And you know what? It's great
Yeah.
that they just stayed empty the whole time.
Yeah.
No one came in, no one threw, no
Nobody
newspaper
did anything.
boys,
Yeah.
no tea.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think if Chuck time traveled back to Victorian England, I think that would explain why they never caught the Ripper
Jack sounds pretty phonetically similar.
to Chuck the Ripper. And it's Chuck popping up in different groups of people talking. He goes, Tipper. It's Chuck the Tipper. I'm a good tipper on all those
I was going to say I'm
prostitutes.
about to get in the time portal and I put on Jesse and the Rippers from Full House in my headphones and I'm like, what should I call myself?
I really like the idea of like Tipper, not Ripper, Tipper.
Well, thank you all
generous.
so much for spending this time with us. I'm Brad Rohr for Ray Harrington and Chuck Staten. Thank you so much, and we're sorry for being Funbearable.